All right, Shalom, Shalom. This is your brother Issachar coming back at you with another lesson. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Wakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. All right, in today's lesson, we're gonna go into the the missiles. How during World War III, these ICBMs, supersonic missiles, ballistic missiles will be used. Okay, and that's known in the scriptures as the second death. Okay, because the Lord is gonna use those ICBM missiles, nuclear fire, to destroy different parts of His earth, which He wants to be judged. Absolutely, the first death was in the time of Noah, when the Lord used what element? Water. Okay, He used water and He flooded the earth except 8 souls, because water is a cleansing agent, and so is fire. This time, this is the second death. The Lord is going to use fire to cleanse the earth, because its wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. So the Lord is going to use fire to clean this place up. And what type of fire? Nuclear fire, by the way of the ICBM, supersonic missiles, and so forth. This is why you see Afghanistan, North Korea, Russia, China, US, NATO. They're spending big money on getting those rockets ready. Okay, those ICBMs, those supersonic missiles, those ballistic missiles, ICBMs. Facts, because it's the Lord. We're going to start off today in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 2. Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set a standard, publish and conceal not. Babylon, that's talking about America, is taken. Baal is confounded, because here in America is full of witches and warlocks, Satanists. A lot of people, they worship, Molech, Baal, Murgrock, broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces. So, yeah, the Lord's about to bring everything down. Okay, all this wickedness down. All right, because, yes, the left-hand side, they do have power, but they have power in wickedness, because it's not righteous. Because they deal with these witches and warlocks deal with, actual unclean spirits, demons, child sacrifice. You see, they got to do despicable things, orgies, all that. Facts. Okay? Facts. Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 3. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her. So it's talking about Russia and China, but specifically Russia. Okay, her talking about America. Which shall make her land desolate. How? By those missiles. And none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. Yeah, so the Lord is going to destroy America because of what how this place was established and what the leaders are doing. Okay, it doesn't mean just if you're American, you're not going to make it. Okay, I'm American citizen. You see, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. That's my nationality, but I'm an American citizen. You see, so it doesn't mean just for you you newcomers out there, those of you who are new in the faith. You say, well, hey, I'm in the American military. I'm an American citizen. Does that mean I'm through? No. Okay, the Lord's just talking about the higher ups. The leaders, the rulers, because right here in America is going to be where a lot of people are going to be saved. Okay, because a lot of the hopeful elect are here in America. And you got the hopeful elect have different jobs. There's the hopeful elect are everywhere. Doing all walks of life. So Jeremiah chapter 50, and we're gonna jump down to the 9th verse, Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 9, and we'll read on down. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon. So the Lord's saying I. So the Lord's doing that. He's gathering these nations. This is why you see these nations, joining forces. Look what North Korea. They just went over there to Russia. China and Russia. Their ties are stronger than ever. You see these nations, preparing, for war. You see the U.S., Japan, South Korea, they're having their militarized exercises. So all these nations are preparing for what? A war. Okay, World War III to be specific, which is right around the corner. And don't get too cozy because there will be a draft in America. Absolutely, very soon when these wars start because um, America's military is, spread, thin, all around the world. Okay, so they're gonna need bodies when they go out there to the Middle East. Once Israel, draws them out. Okay, because Israel will call for America to help them once things get, booming. And those of you who are out there, who are in the military or on your watch, that's when you'll know. Okay, that it's World War III is really on is when Israel makes that call to the U.S. For help, and it's gonna draw them and these other nations out there to the Middle East. In the Saudi Arabia Peninsula. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon, America, an assembly of great nations. See, so great nations because you got superpowers joining forces such as Russia and China. Okay, North Korea, because these are great nations coming together to fight against, America, NATO, and the EU from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be broken, she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. So those are not typical normal arrows, that you can just buy, at you know, um, you know, uh, like your sports places. No, this is these are talking about the missiles. Verse 10, and Chaldea shall be a spoil, and that all that spoil her shall be satisfied, said the Lord. Because spoiled, because this place is going to be invaded by foreign troops. Okay, there already is sleeper cells here, UN troops, foreign troops here, but also you're going to have an invasion as well here in America because point blank, we're gonna give you the straight and skinny. These international bankers, they sold this place out. Okay, they sold this place out, America, a long time ago. All right, a lot of land over here on the west is owned by the Russians and the Chinese. Facts, okay. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of my heritage, because ye are grown fat. So this is why the Lord's saying why the Lord is going to destroy America as a whole. Okay? Because, what they have done to because all 12 tribes of Israel are here in slavery. Because ye are grown fat, and as heifer, as grass, billow, and bulls. Your mother shall be sore confounded, she that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 13. Because of the wrath of the Lord, because this is the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited. Because no one's going to live here in America ever again. Ever again. Only like desert creatures, like lizards, snakes, maybe owls, vultures. That's it. But this place is going to be left as a memorial because the Lord is going to make an example out of this place, and it's going to be desolate, forever. So when people pass by it, they're going to know, man, that's the land that the Lord judged. Okay, because there's This place is full of witches and warlocks, and especially California. Okay, California has the most witches and warlocks. I think out of the whole world. Okay, California has the most. This place is full of witches and warlocks. That's why the Lord is about to burn this place up. Absolutely. Okay, this place is full of witches and warlocks. Okay, and the Lord is going to burn them all up. Facts. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Verse 13, because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hissed at all her plagues, because there's going to be stories told forevermore. People are going to remember, just like what happened in Egypt. The Exodus. Remember the flood. Okay, same thing in this time, because people are going to remember what the Lord did to this place. Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon, round about, all ye that bend the bow. So the Lord's saying right here, all these nations that have nuclear capability, get your missiles ready. This is what you're seeing right now, because you're seeing these nations do what? They're constantly testing those projectiles, those missiles. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. So that's right there. Okay, so that's a cut. When these leaders swear in on the Bible and they say that this is a God-fearing country, no, they worship Satan and Baphomet. Okay, they hate Yahweh and they hate Yahushai. Okay, so this is why the Lord's saying, for she has sinned against the Lord. See that? So they're not with the Lord. Okay, they just use the Bible as a tool, okay, to draw in the big numbers, to draw in the people. See, because you're assuming that they're Christian people, that they're for God and country, but they're not. Okay, they're Satanists. You see, so the Lord's saying right here, for she has sinned against the Lord. So why is the Lord going to destroy this place? If this place was for the Lord, doing good, the Lord wouldn't destroy it. But the Lord's saying no. Okay, this place is sinning against me, to show you that these leaders are clearly against the Lord. This is why they have lasers in space. They have a space force. Okay, absolutely. This is what the Lord's saying right here. These devils, they can't get around it. Because the prophecies, the scriptures, they're undefeated, because the Bible reigns supreme. That's why these devils on the left-hand side, this is why they need to lie. Okay, because they don't rule in truth. So they need to lie, and they're professional liars. Okay, lying, for them to lie to you is nothing. It's like drinking a cup of coffee. They don't even gotta think about it. They just do it. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 15. Back up to 14 verse. Put yourselves in array against Babylon. So these nations are coming up against America. Round about, all ye that bend the bow. So all these nations that have nuclear capabilities, they're joining forces. Shoot at her, spare no arrows. So the spare no arrows part, once these wars begin, okay, the Lord is saying spare no arrows. So they're gonna launch everything. Okay, not just shoot your top missiles. No, the Lord's saying shoot all of them, spare none. So they're gonna shoot all of them, from their submarines, from their silos, whatever, what have you. But they're gonna empty, empty the clip, so to speak. They're gonna empty everything they have on this place. Okay, America, Babylon, for she has sinned against the Lord. Babylon means Babal, which means confusion, because there's great confusion. That's why a lot of people are waking up. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean these These international bankers, these leaders don't really care about America, because you have been tricked. We have been tricked, because I live and work here as well. Absolutely. So this is why there is because it's great confusion, because people don't really know. Because if you're just regular day to day, going to work, going to school, taking care of your family, you're not really looking into things until you start searching things up. Then when those of you who are truth seekers, American patriots, you Hebrew Israelites out there, and the faith, you're waking up to it. You know what? Snap. There is a wickedness. The wicked are ruling. You start to see, what's going on. The light goes on. You see, but you won't know that none of this is going on unless you do some research. You know, because this is how these devils they rule. Devils just means deceiver. It doesn't mean a red reptile with a pitchfork. Okay. It's because, yeah, they deceive you. That means what? They trick you into believing what? A lie. Because they're professional liars. That's why they rule in secrecy. See? Their kryptonite is the truth. That's why you break out the truth and it cuts them every time. Because you can't beat the truth. Because numbers don't lie. Chico, 1 + 1 = 2. You know? Facts. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 15. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. Talking about the pride, because the pride here is at an all-time high. Because these leaders think that, who's going to take us down? We're going to rule forever. Okay, the Lord's going to take this place down in 1 hour. Okay, so remember, the Lord, not only does he have UN troops, okay, because the Lord controls the left-hand side as well. Okay, he gives the orders to Shaitan, to Satan, and he passes it on down, and it goes down the chain of command. But so not only is, there going to be UN troops, foreign soldiers that are going to be in here in America, but the Lord's going to come here. Okay, and the cherry on top is going to be when those projectiles, those ICBMs, are going to be launched, from these other nations over here. Okay, and remember, the Lord's going to have them shoot all of them, spare none. So they're going to empty everything they have, empty the clip, so to speak. It's going to be overkill over here. Absolutely, the Lord, he's that upset, because they're doing a lot of gruesome, despicable things, raping children, organ harvesting, and the list goes on and on and on. Okay. Her walls are thrown down, meaning the pride, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Right there. See that? So why are these things happening? Because it's the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her, as she had done, do unto her. So the Lord is saying to these other nations, what America has done to them, because they set up their when the military go around the world. Okay, but it's the leaders, that make these options. They have a CIA, their economic hitman. They go around and take people's resources. So a lot of these nations are upset. Iran, they took out their top scientist, their general. Okay, they're not gonna let that go. Okay, that's why you have sleeper cells ready to rock and roll. Okay, these Arabs, the so-called Chinese, they're ready. Okay, they're ready to invade this place. The Russians, so um, you know um, the leaders of America have done a lot of gruesome stuff to these other nations. So the Lord's saying right here at the end of Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 15, as she has done, do unto her. So the Lord is telling these other nations, get your payback. Okay, because they have also killed a lot of innocent men, women, and children. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 16. Cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest, for the fear of the oppressing sword. They shall turn every one to his own people, and they shall flee everyone to his own land, because these nations, these heathens, they know that America is on a decline. It's not the same as it was before, you know. So they're going back. You know, they're selling their businesses and they're going back, you know, to their land. This is why a lot of people are leaving America. These other, like these heathens, these other nations, they're going back. Okay, they're going back to their land because they see that this place is through. We're gonna jump down to the 22nd verse, Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22. All right, we're gonna go down all the way. Bear with me. So we're gonna go down to the 33rd verse, Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22, down to the 33rd verse. A sound of battle is in the land of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? Because that is America. America is the hammer of the earth because they have the strongest military in the world, so they go around taking what they want. How is Babylon, America, become a desolation among the nations? Okay, exclamation mark there at the end of that. Okay, how? Because, no one could take down America, So that's what right here Jeremiah is saying. How? Because the Lord is intervening. The Lord is destroying this place from the inside out. He's going to have plagues hit this place. He's having the elites shut down this place. He's having UN troops invade this place. He's having the angels and the 144,000 here, okay, in America. Okay, this place is fully surrounded. Okay, it's going to be a complete war zone on all fronts. I have laid a snare for thee. So the Lord has laid a trap for America, okay, the leaders. And thou art also taken, so it will be taken down, O Babylon, America, and thou was not aware. See, because they're not, they're full of pride. Okay, this is why even right now, Biden's saying that, China's relaxed, they're not going to do nothing. China has soldiers all up in here already, but it's their pride, they're like, oh, they'll never come and challenge us. They're already here. Okay, there's the Moab, the so-called Chinese, their soldiers are already here, and they're deep. Okay, there's a lot. Okay, Moab is already up in here, and they're deep. Okay, there's a lot of them already here, and there's going to be more. See that? But meanwhile, you have Biden saying, oh, that they're too busy, that they're not going to do nothing. They're already here, Their ships are already on the coast, along with Russia. Huh? See that? But it's the pride, okay? It's the pride that's deceiving them. Okay, because although, yes, they have the strongest military in the world, but this place will be invaded, and their sleeper cells already here waiting for the green light. See? But their pride, the leaders is like, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen. They're already here, ladies and gentlemen. Like that movie Troy, remember when the horse was inside the walls? That was it. Okay, the horse is already it's already inside the walls. See? And how will they tell if somebody's a sleeper cell or not? You got everybody here of all nations. Okay, they just let everybody up in here. Huh? So how can you tell? You can't. O Babylon, thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. Right there. See that? So that shows you that they're striving against the Lord, that they're not with the Lord. Although they raise their right hand, and look silly and say, I swear on the Bible, and all that. No. Okay, they hate the Lord. Okay, those, who are, more, lower than like these top leaders, yeah, okay, you think, that they're for the Lord, and you really, you swear in on the Bible, you think that, they're God-fearing, they're for God and country, but they're not. So the Lord's telling you that these leaders are clearly against the Lord. The scriptures don't lie. The Lord hath opened his armory, So his armor is with ICBMs, and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. So indignation means righteous anger, because those are his missiles, and the Lord and the angels are gonna activate those missiles and launch them. Okay, in a lot of places, their missile defense systems will not work because the angels are gonna shut them off. So they're gonna be pressing their buttons like, "Hey, how come it's not working?" The angels, the Lord, is gonna control everything in that day. Just like if you ever seen that movie, The X-Men, when those missiles just shut off, just like that. Okay, because the angels are gonna intervene. Okay, the angels are here; they're all around us. And so is the 144. And so, in that day, they're not gonna be able to control it. The Lord is gonna intervene and is gonna press these buttons. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai of hosts. The Lord of hosts means Lord of armies, because the Lord is a man of war. You can see that precept, Exodus chapter 15, verse 3. He's a man of war. So the Lord, he's about that life. Okay, the Lord is not just some simple dude up there. Okay, the Lord, he's about war. Okay, in the land of the Chaldeans. All right. Come against her from the uttermost border, open her storehouses, cast her as heaps, as destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. See that? Let nothing of her be left. So the Lord's saying, destroy this place, all 5,000 square miles. See? From the west coast to the east coast. Slay her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. Verse 28. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord, our power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the vengeance of his temple. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow. So the Lord is gathering all these nations that have nuclear capability, and they're pointing their missiles over here in America right now as we speak. Camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. See that? Recompense. That means payback. Okay, that's the Lord talking to these other nations. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she had done, do unto her. See that? We're in the 29th verse. So the Lord's telling these nations, so I don't know, and particularly, there's, I hear a few stories, but the Lord's seen it all. So the Lord's saying that, these top leaders, that they have made some gruesome decisions, that they have been treating these other heathens very bad. So the Lord is telling these heathens, now is your time to get payback on her. You see, so the Lord knows. All right, because they set up their economic hitman and all that. They set up their puppet leaders, but the list goes on and on. But the Lord is saying right here clearly, okay, so why is the Lord telling to other nations, now's the time to get payback on her, meaning America. So, these leaders did something to these other nations for the Lord to say, go ahead, now is your time to get paid back for what America has done to them and their countries. For she had done unto her, do unto her. For she had been proud against the Lord. See that? Because they're proud against the Lord. Although they show the masses and deceive, they swear on the Bible, they say that they fear God. Okay, they fear Satan. Okay, they don't care about Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, they're with Satan, but they're professional liars. See, and they'll lie till the last breath. This is why they take oaths. That's why there's secret societies. Okay, you got Skull and Bones, CFR, Council of Foreign Relations. Okay, you got the left hand side, those clowns. But those clowns, they have spirits on them. Those morons truly don't believe that they're being watched. Okay, the Lord says, I'm watching you. Okay, that's these devils, what part of they're being watched 24 hours, don't they understand? But they think just because they keep some secrets from the masses that the Lord's not watching them. The Lord and the angels are watching them, smiling at them. Like, oh, really? It's like if someone hides behind a curtain and you can see their feet. It's like that. It's like, I see you, But these devils smirk, one against another. Like, yeah, no one knows our plans. The Lord is laughing at these clowns. They're being set up in a major way. You know, they're about to catch one of the uh, the most the most painliest beat downs the world has ever seen. You know, because the Lord has something in store for these wicked witches and warlocks. You know, because they hurt people, they put spells on people. You know, they hurt children. So the Lord is gonna make it very painful for them here shortly. You know, for their actions against the Holy One of Israel. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 30. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, because it's talking about the invasion, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, said the Lord, because the Lord's gonna have these heathens have the upper hand. So those who are drafted out there to the Middle East, if you're not part of that hopeful elect, you won't be coming back. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord of hosts, Yahweh, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee, because the Lord's coming down here, okay, physically. Verse 32, Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 32. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah, so that's the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, were oppressed together, because all tribes here are in slavery still to this day. And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. This is why, because these Edomites won't let us go. Okay, they even have a problem with us announcing who we are. They don't even, prime example, look what happened to Nick Cannon. They took his TV show, all that, but he had to do some things, despicable things, to get that show back. But look what happens when Israelites find out their true biblical nationality. Okay, they want to be silenced. The leaders want to silence them. See that? Because this slavery is so bad that they don't even want us to know who we are. Okay, because it's already bad enough. Yes, they are, leading over us. We are in slavery. But not only that, these Edomites, they hate you Israelites so bad, they don't even want you to know even who you are. Facts, okay? This is why they always try to silence this word, They hate you Israelites so much that they even they have our own people going against our own people, our own family members, co-workers, okay? Absolutely, But those of you that sold out, you think it's just a fun and game, you get a pat in the back from Esau, good job, because you're working with these agents. But not alone, you don't know that you're destroying your own soul, and you're being paid to go against your own brothers and sisters. You see, when we're all in slavery, and that don't sit well with the Lord. But that's how, and because these, small time Israelites, the wicked Israelites, they don't look at the big picture, because they just see money, a check, because our people will do pretty much anything for that green piece of paper, But that's how bad these Edomites hate us, is that they even have our own people, going against our own people and paying them to do it. That's how much hatred they have towards us, Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 11. Make bright the arrows, so the missiles, gather the shields. So these nations that's why they're preparing for war. The Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, had raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, the Russians,